Namaste Guruji, Shukrana Guruji, Lakh Lakh Shukrana Guruji, Shukrana Multilingual and Suresh Uncle for this opportunity. Sanganji, today we'll be reading Light of Divinity, chapter Like a Sun Rising Suddenly on a Southern Landscape, page number 53. It is not within my capacity or competence to put into words the supremacy of my Guru. For how can I do the justice in cold words to this colossal divinity? However, in a sincere tribute of love and reverence for my Guru, I share my experience of supreme blessings with his approval. The path we seek is not different from the summit of salvation, the purpose of our being. The journey from seeking to reaching this summit is a hinge for those who entrust their reins in the hands of their Guru. For we are not pathfinders but followers. I was born into a Jat Sikh family. My family had to do its credit happiness, tasteful living, good education, and discipline. Throughout my childhood, I have always been influenced by my grandfather, a devotee, a devout, follower of his faith and his master. Slowly, the import of finding a guru dawned on me. I was married into a Jat Sikh family. My husband, the only son after 3 daughters in the family, was brought up with a lot of affection, which he seems to have taken for granted. He learned to have his way. To his negligence towards the family and the lack of responsibility towards himself can perhaps be attributed his fondness for alcohol, his major problem. It is a dream of every girl to be married, happily married, and I have no exception. But when a family is haunted with alcoholism, nothing is no longer in anybody's control, and worldly letters or problems becomes insurmountable. The burden of responsibility and my unhappiness soon delusioned me. During that time, my grandfather visited me. My inner turmoil reached out to him without words, and he assured I needed some help. My eyes filled with the tears, and I told him that I wanted him to pray for me to find a Puran Guru, a complete and a perfect master. However, had a moral been made try, she cannot find an enlightened master. The master finds her when she is ready to tread the path. Shortly, my mother took to me to visit Guruji in Chandigarh. From the moment I stepped into Guruji's, I could smell roses, and the sight of him flooded my eyes with tears. For the next few hours that I sat there, tears kept streaming in down my eyes. Many times after first meeting Guruji, I could not control the outburst of emotions, and I simply could not understand why. Every time I visited him, I experienced a peace that passed understanding. It was as if a flood of tears was singularly transforming me by some alchemical cleansing. In the meantime, my husband began to drink more. He lost all sense of responsibility and was squandering money. I tried telling him about Guruji and also persuaded him to meet Guruji. He laughed at me and saying such gurus were a dime a dozen, and teased me about my conservative attitude. He also did not approve of my visiting Guruji. Around November 1999, my husband was posted to Lebanon on a UN mission. There his drinking problem worsened, and he was diagnosed as having liver cirrhosis. Our world fell apart. I took the first flight to be with him. The doctor clearly stated that his liver has backed up and that he would require a transplant within 2 years. To find a donor in such a short span of time was a near impossibility. Even if donor was found, the transplant would have been exorbitant and in many cases unsuccessful. Doctors cautioned my husband that even a single drop of alcohol could henceforth prove fatal. Meanwhile, my parents keep going to Guruji and praying for my husband's life. After being in the hospital for a few weeks, he came back to Delhi. I requested him to meet Guruji. He did come, but all the while that he was there, he was sat in a corner and complained of how tired he was and how I forced him to come. The same night I approached Guruji and was full of emotion that I could hardly speak. My mother and I prayed in front of him to save my husband, and Guruji replied, "How can I help him? He's a non-believer." In these days, in the days that followed, I would visit Guruji alone because my husband would never accompany me. One night after returning from Guruji's place, while I was fast asleep, a sudden great force, like a swooshing wind, entered my room. I was so scared that I sat upright in my bed and started saying my prayers with with my closed eyes. I experienced white light piercing the darkness and flooding the center of my forehead. Guruji was within the white light. He said that he would cure my husband now. In the 15-20 minutes that follows, I smelled nauseating odors similar to those that emanate from operating rooms. After a while, everything cleared up and I went back to sleep. Guruji told me that he has blessed my husband. 6 years have passed since that day. My husband continues to drink relentlessly. Keeping in mind what doctor has said, my family and I are amazed at how Guruji is looking after him day and night. My husband in his own way believes and recognizes the gift of life given to him by Guruji. The time tested scriptures of all of the world all agrees that a man before a man is born, a day of death is ascertained, and that no one can grant him even a single breath. However, the power to burn man's karma lies with the Supreme Creator. Guruji is the cosmic director, the manifestation of the Supreme Power. He rewrote the play of my life, and I have experienced numerous incidents where we have called out to Guruji and have suddenly seen things fall into place, as if touched by a magic wand. I once had the privilege of escorting more than half a dozen friends to whom I was been singing the praises of my guru to meet Guruji. With my limited vision, I prevailed upon them to not to ask anything, though it was contrary to what I have done. When I touched the feet of my guru, he looked at me and, to my astonishment, said that everyone came to him to ask something. Like a divine mirror, Guruji apparently has caught the reflection of my mind, and each of my friend was blessed and their desires are fulfilled. No one who ever came to him ever goes back empty handed. Upon touching his feet, a businessman might be blessed with prosperity, a sick man with health, a student with the knowledge, and some are aware of the gifts they receive but other are ignorant of hidden blessings. His love knows no bound and immaterial of whether you are believer or non-believer. His grace touches everyone. He makes no demand, asks you to keep no promises. But slowly his divine presence weaves magics and transforms you from within. Every day people ridden with sorrows came in his presence, and his grace illuminates their face with a sudden rising of the sun over a sodden landscape. Satsang of a devotee. Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guru Maharaj for blessing each one of us with happy married life. And may the same way, the way you blessed auntie, you blessed entire women in the world with healthy and non-alcoholic and healthy husband. Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji.